Hey guys, Rich from Rich Mid Gaming. Hope everyone is doing fantastically well. And a bit of a different video today because we're not covering MCP or indeed any other war game. We're actually going to do a prediction for the upcoming movie Spider-Man No Way Home. Once again joined by the only MCP influencer in the world, Quinn Duggan. Quinn, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right. How are you, Rich?
I'm pretty good, mate. I'm pretty good. I think by the time this goes out, I'll be about 12 hours away from watching it, but you'll still be about 2.5 days, won't you? I think
Roughly.
You've not got your tickets until Friday, but I'm watching it tomorrow, so I'll find out how well I've done compared to you before you, because obviously I won't tell you.
And you'll be crushingly disappointed because I'm going to get them all right.
Maybe. So, guys, what we're going to do is look at some of the more common and indeed some of the weird, wacky, and straight out of Quinn's head, wonderful theories that we've read on the internet but come up with ourselves. We're going to tally them up and then we'll see probably at the weekend at some point after Quinn's watched the film who actually wins. So, Quinn, starting out with, I think, potentially either the world's worst kept movie secret ever or the biggest troll by Sony and Marvel ever, Tobey Maguire.
Yeah.
So it's a two-pronged question, Quinn. First of all, will Tobey Maguire in some capacity be in the movie? Because there's talk about him being Uncle Ben as well.
What?
Is one of them. Yep, I know, it's crazy. But in any capacity, do you think Tobey Maguire is going to be in the movie?
Yes, 100%, yeah. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's, like I say, it's either one of the worst kept secrets or the best kept troll ever. And I wouldn't put it past them, by the way, because as we'll talk about, some of the things that happened in WandaVision and other such things. Yeah. So we're both saying that he's in it. I agree. I think he's going to be in it 100%. Is he Spider-Man? Is he Sam Raimi's Spider-Man?
I mean, I think he is going to be, but I think it would be way funnier if he was just like fucking emo bully Peter Parker walking down the street dancing in some scene.
On to the next one then, Quinn. And we all saw the video footage and everything else. We've seen the release in Brazil or whatever it is of the trailer. Andrew Garfield. Is Andrew Garfield in any capacity going to be in the movie?
Let me think on that one a lot. Yes.
I'm in agreement. I also think he's going to be the Amazing Spider-Man as well.
Well, I mean, he's not going to show up as the fucking lizard, is he?
No, but as in turning up as just a different character, right? Just there to troll us, as they did with Pietro in
they need him doing emo bully Peter Parker dancing down the street as well. all Spider-Men have to go through that phase. It's now canon.
So we're going to jump ahead a bit, Quinn, but as we've just covered off the 3 Spider-Men that we think are going to be in the film.
The 4th and 5th Spider-People.
Well, actually, I was going to go, first of all, are we going to see the Spider-Point? And if anyone doesn't know that Spider-Point, you'll see it up on screen now. It's from the comics. Is it from the comics or from the cartoon? It's from the cartoon, isn't it? Yeah, the 90s animated. Are we going to get, maybe not a direct, the 3 of them pointing at each other, but
there's going to be a point where
nod.
They just sort of point at each other.
Yeah, there's going to be
a
nod.
They don't all do it at the same time, but maybe Tom and Andrew's Spider-Man both point at each other, and Mcguire's just what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, no, I think that could be. Like I say, I don't think they're going to do the direct pointing there and pointing there, but I think there's going to be a nod to it happening in the movie. You just mentioned them, so let's jump into them. 2 of the Spider people that we've put on the list. First one is Miles. Second, we'll go to Miles first. So Miles Morales in any way, shape or form. Who, by the way, they've just released the trailer, haven't they, for Into the Spider-Verse 2?
Yeah.
Which looks really good. We've already seen Miles as... In fact, Miles exists, right? Because
Miles has to exist in the MCU because the Prowler's in it.
Because the Prowler's there. And he does have a conversation, doesn't he, with him about how his nephew loves him. or is it an inspiration to his nephew?
Isn't he like, keep crime out of this area because this is where my nephew lives or something?
Yeah, something like that.
That's sort of the dialogue that I remember.
Miles Morales, is he going to? And again, doesn't necessarily have to turn up as Spider-Man. May not be Spider-Man in this universe, but whether it's in the main movie or a post-credit or something like that, do you think we're going to see at least a nod to the existence of Miles Morales in the film?
I want to say yes.
So this is the first one where I'm going to disagree with you. I think there are too many spider people in this already, and therefore
never have enough spider people.
just ask Aaron. Next one.
Oh yeah, Corpus and Proximal, well-known spider people.
Yeah, those well-known spider people. You brought this one up as a fan wish. Now I don't know if it's you fanboying on Emma Stone or what, but you want so the one you threw in there was Emma Stone turning up as Spider-Gwen from a different reality. Obviously not Andrew Garfield's reality.
Oh no!
Spoiler. she's dead.
You think?
Do you think that's actually going to happen? Or I mean, I'll take it wider. Will Emma Stone be in it, and or will there be a Spider-Gwen reference?
Like, that broadens it a lot, because there could very, very easily be a flashback for Andrew of the moment where she fell, right?
Yep.
And that's where he's going for MJ, like just a flash of that scene. But like, the thing is, I don't think she's gonna show up as like fucking Spider-Gwen. That's just me fanboying over Emma Stone, because I mean, come on.
I mean, you're only human.
Yeah.
So even in a flashback, then will she be in it? I'm saying no.
I'm going to say yes, just because if it happens, it's easy points.
It's very easy points, isn't it? Yeah, if that one happens. Let's have a look then at some of the other villains or spider foes, shall we say, who haven't appeared in the trailers, but have kind of been in and around that universe. So first and foremost, Venom. Spoiler warning for anyone who hasn't watched Venom 2, but it's been out for long enough now. There is a scene at the end of that where he is transported into the MCU main. So the MCU.
Oh my god, how dare you spoil that for me, Rich?
I know, I'm so sorry, Queen.
I can't believe I haven't seen the terrible movie that is Venom 2.
I liked it. Venom 2.
You're a man of extremely poor taste. You have me on your channel.
This is very true. Will Venom appear? Either,
no.
And I'm going to say, as Eddie Brock or as Venom.
Like, it'd be so easy to just have Tom Hardy wandering around in the background of a scene.
It would.
This feels like another sort of Emma Stone kind of thing of, it's so easy to just slip them in there.
If it makes it any easier for you, I'm saying yes, but not only am I saying yes, I'm saying it's in the mid-credit scene.
Oh.
So,
you know what? Because that's so specific, I'm going to give you a devil's bargain, Rich.
Okay.
If you are exactly correct, and it is in the mid-credit scene, you get double points.
Wow.
If it is there, but it's not the mid-credit scene,
I just get the 1 point.
0 points.
Oh, 0 points. Okay, right. I think it's going to be a mid-credit scene.
So you're taking the devil's bargain?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. I'm going to say that, yes, he will appear, but I'm not going to be specific because I would like points. I'm gaming the system.
Now, somebody else who has appeared in the first two, I don't believe is in the trailer for this, but is in the trailer for Morbius, which is Michael Keaton's Vulture. So he's still around because he's in the Morbius trailer, so he still exists. Do you think Vulture is going to turn up in Spider-Man No Way Home?
So there's some interesting thought behind this, because there is one theory that explains the title of the movie, No Way Home, in that, effectively, to stop all like the crazy shit happening, Strange has to lock Tom and all the villains into a pocket dimension.
Okay.
So effectively, that would then be the way that they transition Tom over to Sony
over
with
to
his
the
own like
over to the Spider
self-contained universe.
Sonyverse. Yeah,
Yeah.
Sonyverse. Yeah.
So with that in mind, I don't know whether that theory actually has any credence or not, but as it's a potential thing that could happen, I'm going to go with no because that would require it. Oh, actually, I'm going to go with yes. I'm going to go with yes. I've changed my path of
It's.
thought.
I'm just gonna say, people. So far, we've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
I
8,
said yes to all of them,
9,
haven't I?
and Quinn said yes to everything. He's going to be very disappointed when none of these things happen, and it's just two different versions of Tom of Tom
As long as I get to
Spider-Man.
see Emma Stone on the screen, I'll be happy.
Fair enough. Fair enough. We just mentioned him. He's got a movie coming out in the new year, Morbius.
No.
It's a no from me. Absolute no. Same universe. I actually think it's an interesting one where this is going to fit in the timeline and everything else,
Yeah.
because Morbius is in the same timeline, as per the trailers, as the mainline MCU, because Scorpion and Vulture are in prison in that trailer. So that puts them in there, but then Spider-Man is in there as well on the walls where it says killer or murderer, I think it is. So it'd be interesting to see. I think that movie could end up happening before the events
I agree
of Spider-Man.
with that, but my reasoning for him not being in it is because that would be really dumb.
Yeah, it would. No, I don't think
not
Morbius
have
is.
someone's origin movie come out and then have them be in the thing.
Yeah, I know. I
Would just
agree.
be really
I've said
weird.
no. Yeah, I've said
Yeah,
no.
I know.
So I think, yeah, I don't think he'll be in it, but I do think that Morbius will take place before Spider-Man: No Way Home. On to one that has been rumoured now for quite some time, and I dismissed this for the longest time. And I always said that none of the Netflix people or none of the Netflix actors would appear in the main MCU. And then good old Kev, because that's because obviously he's in my phone as Kev.
Yeah.
So good old Kev put a statement out saying that if there was going to be a Daredevil in the MCU, then he would be played by Charlie Cox. Now, you don't cast somebody and then announce that casting and not have a plan for them. We've also got the whole Hawkeye thing at the moment with Vincent D'Onofrio as the Kingpin, as the uncle.
No, you mean Uncle?
I am convinced that laugh where he goes up to Echo and sort of pinches her on her cheek and does that. That's Vincent D'Onofrio's laugh,
Vincent
right?
D'Onofrio's laugh. Like, there's no questioning it.
So are we going to see Daredevil? So Charlie Cox, I think is his name, the guy that plays the actor. So will we see Charlie Cox? Three-prong question, this one, Quinn. Are we going to see Charlie Cox in the movie? Is he going to be Daredevil? And is it going to be the Netflix version of the Daredevil, or will it be a soft reboot and nothing he's done before will be apparent in the movie?
Are you ready for this one, Rich?
Go on.
I'm going to say no to all three.
Right. So you're saying he's not going to be in the movie. I mean, if you say no to the first one, it kind of
but I get 3 points if he's not in it.
Oh.
Do you want to know why? I'll give you my rationale before you give your answer, because I might sway you to my side. Which is completely against the way this game should be played, but I'm feeling generous. I think that announcement was specifically made in preparation for She-Hulk.
She-Hulk, especially now we saw there was a different version of the trailer that was at the IMAX, and it was a much wider pan, because I think the one scene was when Peter Parker was in prison or in an interview room, and the lawyer put his arm down, and everyone's like, "That's Charlie Cox's arm! I know a blind man's arm if I ever saw one." Like, but obviously
Charlie Cox isn't actually blind, people.
But then in the not that you'd know, he played him so well in the Netflix series. But then obviously as he panned out,
like actually blind, didn't he?
Yeah. But then as it panned out, obviously you saw it wasn't. I'm going to say yes, that we're going to see Daredevil.
Are
I'm
you
going to say
saying yes
no
to those two, but not
to the Netflix. I'm going to say no to Charlie Cox. It's a curveball, right? Because if it's Charlie Cox, then I don't lose it. I still get 1 point, right? Because Daredevil's there. I just don't get any points for being Charlie Cox. There is a scene in that trailer where Strange says, I can't control it. They're all coming through. I believe that has already happened. That's happened after the Spider Foes are in. I think rifts are going to be opened and there's going to be a whole bunch of things. I'm going to say it right now. Ben Affleck's Daredevil.
Based on the time of day in that shot, because it is nighttime in that shot where he says that line, I think that is like sort of the start of the third act.
It feels like
prediction for where that takes place in the movie.
Yeah. So I don't actually think Ben Affleck's Daredevil is going to come in there. But I'm going to say no to Charlie Cox, but I'm going to say yes to Daredevil, which is counterintuitive because they've already said that Charlie Cox will be the Daredevil. But I hold out hope for Ben Affleck to make an appearance.
Yeah, but then they're going to have to hide like Daredevil's entire face because Charlie Cox said he'd beat up anyone that tried to be Daredevil.
I think Ben Affleck could take him.
I don't know.
He's a jacked boy. I
feel like Charlie Cox is, he's wily. Is Charlie Cox? I feel like, he'd have some like fucking pocket sand or something.
So Quinn, following up on people who we know it in the movie, so we know Doctor Strange is in the movie, but is it Doctor Strange? Is it actually Doctor Strange?
That is not my boy Stephen. Stephen is by far and away my favourite MCU character because he's a knob. And
what I want to say by that is
it Mephisto?
The first part. No, the first part
right,
is,
okay.
Is it the MCU Strange? The mainline MCU Strange, because he looks very similar to a certain What If Strange.
Oh, with the darker eye. Mm-hmm.
So, first question is it Strange?
So at the start of this, I was very vehemently like, that's not my boy. But I've just remembered something that's made me go, oh, wait, it might be him. He was enough of a dick in that scene.
He is the biggest. I mean, second only potentially to Tony. Maybe even a bigger dick than Tony.
He far exceeds like the arseholery of Tony Stark. But leaps and bounds, my boy Strange. I think that... I feel like it is Stephen.
I agree.
There's the scene with the fucking trains, right? Where it seems like he's trying to fucking kill Tom. I think that's peak actual Strange. Because clearly Tom's gone, no, we can't kill these people. And Strange has just gone, fuck you can die as well then, you bitch.
Well, and let's not forget that the what if version of Strange is a potential version of Strange. That is the same man. They've just branched off and gone down a different path, right? So he inherently has that in him. So I think that defuncts the next one then, Quinn, which is Strange Mephisto? He's not. He's not Mephisto.
As much as like I want him to be, because Mephisto would be really fucking dumb to include in the MCU. No, he's not.
He's coming. He's coming.
He is.
So Quinn, leading into the next one then, will Mephisto appear? Again, not necessarily saying that the big red devil himself with his pitchfork and his flaming tail is going to walk on the screen and be like, hey kids! But will there be something in the movie that alludes to Mephisto?
No.
I'm saying no. I think he is going to arrive. I think that is more of a multiverse of madness, WandaVision trying to get her kids back type.
Yeah. I mean, because like both Wanda and Peter have ties to Mephisto in the comics, right? You've got the One More Day thing, and you've got the whole "Please give me my children's souls."
Yeah. Yeah, but I
don't know how things that didn't ever actually exist got souls, but
yeah. So I think it's a no from me, but I think he is poised for an appearance in the MCU. Next one straight up, is Wanda going to be in it? We know she's part of this because they said, haven't they, it's almost a trilogy of content, which was WandaVision, Spider-Man, Loki as well, and then Doctor Strange is kind of like the multiverse series. Do we think Wanda's going to appear?
I am going to go with no.
I am going to go with yes. I think we could see Wanda in a post-credit scene.
Post-credits are a thing, aren't they?
Post-credits are a thing, Quinn, yeah. No, but you said it now. Another one that's potential for a post-credit. Now, you can't be changing your mind. You can't.
I was really nice and gave you my rationale as to why there wouldn't be Daredevil.
And I disagreed.
I still gave it to you.
Another one that I think if it does happen, it is most definitely post-credit or mid-credit. But he's shaved his head. The boy's lost some weight. Is Ned going to be Hobgoblin?
Yes. God, yes.
Do you think?
Yeah. I 100% think that they are going to make Ned Leeds Hobgoblin, and I think it's going to happen at some point during the runtime of this movie.
I'm saying no. I think it's too much. Green Goblin, Hobgoblin, people are, especially me. I'm simple-minded. Like,
I mean, we knew that, right?
Two characters with the name Goblin in. So let's have a quick look then at some other sort of Spider-Man related stuff. Doc Ock, good. Is Doc Ock going to be a antagonist or a protagonist in this movie? Well, as much as that, I think he's going to start off in one way and then move into another one.
Yeah.
By the end of it, is he going to be good?
I reckon he's going to be a good boy by the end of it.
And it's quite interesting, actually, because a lot of the Sinister Six that died in the other movies, upon their point of death, they'd kind of redeemed themselves or were going through a redemption arc, weren't they? I think, I'm not sure if Electro did, but definitely Dr. Octopus did, right? So I'm in agreement. I think he's going to have a redemption arc in there, and I think he'll be good and he'll be helping Peter by the end of it. We've already alluded to it. We both agree that this goes hand in hand with another certain Spider-Man's appearance. Will MJ die? We've all seen the trailer. We've all seen the hand going down. Does the hand make it and save her?
I mean, I'm going to try to say, yes, the hand makes it, and I'm going to go one further. It is Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man's hand.
Yep.
Because it's redemption for when he killed Emma Stone. I mean Gwen Stacy.
And I'm going to give you the same deal you gave me on the Venom Eddie Brock one, because you've been very specific. For double points, do you want to take it that it's Andrew Garfield that saves her?
Yes.
Okay.
Taking the devil's bargain.
I'm
really
sticking. I'm sticking with that. She's not going to die. Sorry, MJ dies. I put yes for both of us. I meant no. But I'm not going to be.
Oh, you got to get some diary.
I'm not going to be as specific as that. You think it's obvious. I'm not entirely sure. Electro, has he stolen an arc reactor?
Well, yeah, because all of Tom Holland's villains have to have a tie to Tony Stark. That's the rule.
Is that what you think they're going for?
I mean, no, but I think Electro definitely has an arc reactor.
See, I'm not convinced. But I am convinced.
I don't think he starts off with the arc reactor. I think he probably ends up with it partway through the movie. But I do think it's an arc reactor. I
am convinced enough that it will be the arc reactor, yeah. 9Js. Are we going to see 9Js?
No, you have to say it fully. Yeah.
Will we see the 9Js?
There's going to be a scene where you get all three J. Jonah Jamesons. Maybe that's where they end up doing the Spider Point reference, where it's not actually the Spider-Men doing it, but it's just J. Jonah Jameson going with like fucking cigars in their mouths.
Was J. Jonah Jameson, was it played by the same actor?
It's J.K. Simmons in all three.
In all three is isn't it? Yeah. I'm going to say no. It's too much.
Why do you hate fun, Rich?
It's too much of a stretch for me. Quinn, one that I was thinking about.
Oh, yeah, can I get 2/3 of points if there's just 2 J. Jonah Jamesons?
Nope.
Wow.
Tony Stark. Will Tony Stark be in this movie?
I mean, I feel like Robert Downey Jr. needs the money after how bad Doolittle did.
I'm sure he doesn't. Did you see his Marvel contracts?
I'm sure he'd like more of the money.
He does like more of the money, yes. Yeah. Tony Stark.
I feel like I've been giving my answer before you in every single one of these. It seems slightly unfair.
I'm going to say no. I don't think he is. I think he's due for a return, but I don't think it is in this movie.
I am going to agree, and I think he's actually going to be like a flashback in Armor Wars.
Yeah, because I mean that makes sense. Another one off the top, Quinn. Will there be any Skrulls? Secret Invasion's coming.
It is.
They've appeared elsewhere multiple times, predominantly in mid and post-credit scenes. Will we see any Skrulls?
So with this, does this mean that if Nick Fury shows up at all, does that count?
No.
Because we're fairly certain that ever since Civil War, Nick Fury has been played by Talos, right?
Well, we don't know which one.
We don't know that, but we can be fairly fucking certain.
No, it needs to be a Skrull. We need to see that green,
the actual green face of a Skrull.
Yeah,
in that case,
or at least the eyes changing color or something that indicates somebody is a Skrull.
In that case, I'm going to go no.
Okay.
I think that there are going to be characters in this film that are revealed to be Skrulls later on.
I think you're probably right. I think there's going to be
other media.
Well, I think Secret Invasion's coming. I don't think we're going to see a lot of A-tier people. They're not going to turn around and go, oh, Tom Holland was a Skrull all along. But they may turn around and be like, I don't know, Hawkeye's wife is a Skrull. Or,
you were going to go just straight up, Hawkeye is a Skrull.
Oh, no.
That'd be so easy for a Skrull to mimic. I am man with 2 sticks and a bit of string. Ooh.
Yeah, so I'm going to say yes. I think we're going to see a Skrull in here. Quinn, I want to open it up to you. Any other characters or things that you think we could potentially see as part of it?
Is it Kirsten Dunst that played MJ in the Raimi trilogy?
It most definitely is, yeah.
Right. She might show up. That might be a thing.
Okay.
You know? Like we might get all the love interest because I mean clearly we need Emma Stone to be in it because it's Emma Stone. Yeah, I'm gonna put that one forward. Is Kirsten Dunst going to be in this movie, and if so, is she going to be MJ?
I think if she's in the movie, she is MJ. She is Tobey Maguire's MJ, but I don't think she is.
That's fair. I'm going to agree on that, but I just need an idea.
I want to take you back, Quinn, to Doctor Strange. They're all coming, or I can't stop them. I want to throw something out there. And it would be a strange way for them to do it because it's Sony and not Marvel that are making this. But I think there's going to be something that alludes to the presence of mutants. Whether that's a snicked or whether that is right through to... I don't call him Jean-Luc Picard then. Patrick Stewart.
Sir Patrick Stewart, thank you very much.
Sir Patrick Stewart. Turning up from my hometown, by the way, of Murfield.
So like you're the balancing factor, you know. Murfield made one great thing and now it's made one absolutely abominable thing.
That's the one. I think Mutants, Dawn of X, it could happen.
I'm going to say no. I'm going to say Multiverse of Madness.
Well, we already did another Multiverse of Madness. That's already
Well, yeah,
that's
but I'm going to
happening.
say that happens in Multiverse of
Oh,
Madness.
you're saying that's going to
not this
happen
movie.
in Multiverse of Madness. Okay, no, that makes more sense. That makes more sense. I mean, that's quite an exhaustive list already, Quinn. I don't know how many points are up for grabs there, but quite a few. But let us know down in the comments. Are we stupid? I mean, we know we're stupid.
We know Richard's stupid.
Do you think any of these will happen? Do you think none of them will happen? Do you think we are way off? As I mentioned, I'm going to be watching this in the next sort of 15, 16 hours. Expect to see a early reaction video. I'll probably do a quick reaction video once the movie comes out. And then we may even do sort of an in-depth discussion about it once we've actually both seen the movie as well. Quinn, anything else? I mean, it's a big enough list, right, for me to beat you with?
How fucking dare you? We didn't actually mention we mentioned Uncle in passing. Did we ever do one for is Uncle going to show up in the thing?
You mean Kingpin?
Yeah.
We didn't, but I'm going to say no. I feel like that is a Hawkeye thing. He could, by the way, turn up tomorrow in the Hawkeye.
That's what I was thinking. Is he going to show up on the exact same day in both things?
I don't think he will do. It feels...
I'm in agreement that I don't think he will do, but I think it's an interesting thought.
It is. And that's where I suppose the whole Charlie Cox thing comes in, doesn't it? It's like they both appear on the same day kind of thing. But yeah, guys, let us know. Obviously, this is nothing to do with tabletop gaming, but it's a big movie. So I just thought it'd be a fun little thing to do, especially as Marvel Crisis Protocol news is a little bit thin on the ground, to say the least.
We got the Gambit panel to play the other day.
Don't spoil this week's weekly bugle.
Sorry, cut it.
People haven't even seen that card yet. Excellent. Well, guys, as always, that leaves me with just enough time to say stay well, keep safe, and until next time, bye for now.
See you.